What's going on, everybody? My hair is crazy. I just got up from a little nap. I was trying to take a quick nap before I headed to the movies, and I almost overslept and missed it, so we have to hurry up and go. We're going to be seeing Becky, the sequel to Becky. I believe it's called The Wrath of Becky, and as I grab this movie, here's the first one. I love the first movie. I thought it was a blast. It's like an R-rated Home Alone, revenge, and home invasion movie. It's awesome. I really, really dug it. If you haven't seen the first one, definitely see it. But the second one is playing in the theater. I want to support it, and I'm just really excited about it. I didn't think we'd get a theatrical release for this, but I'm excited we did. So we're going to go see The Wrath of Becky. We're going to put Crazy Pete, where are you? Leave Pete to his own devices here at the house, and we're going to cruise to a theater that's kind of a little bit of a drive away, but it's the theater that I used to go to growing up as a kid. It was the theater that me and my family would all pack in the car to go to and see all those cool movies back in the day. So anyway, without further ado, we're gonna hop in the vehicle. We're gonna head to AMC Berrywoods 24 in Kansas City, and we're gonna go see The Wrath of Becky. So we'll see you in a few. So it's gonna take an absolute miracle for me to make this movie. I'm hoping I have enough time. The movie starts at 7:25. It's 6:52. The theater is like 16 miles away. So hopefully I'll benefit from having some like extended previews or something, and I don't miss anything, because I want to try to sneak some food into my little man bag. It's a satchel, actually. Indiana Jones wore one. So I'm going to wear my satchel and maybe try to get like a double cheeseburger stuffed in there or something, because I hate paying those prices for shit at the movies. I always get a popcorn and a drink. That's just like mandatory for a movie. You got to have movie popcorn when you see a movie. It's like an OCD thing for me now. I can't go see a movie unless I have the popcorn. But anyway, we have quite a drive. I have to get gas, because of course I let my gas tank run low. So we're gonna get some gas and check in when we're a little bit closer to theater. Wish me luck. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take a miracle for me to make this movie, but I'm gonna push forward. Okay, have faith. Okay, have faith in me. All right, just a little ticking clock update on tonight's movie night out and about. It is now 7 p.m. The movie starts again at 7:25. We have a ticking clock aspect to the evening, which makes it just a little bit more exciting. So while we have the few minutes alone together, let's talk about the original Becky. What I loved about the original Becky, aside from the premise, it's just a wild, crazy, kind of, like I said, R-rated Home Alone thing, but it also had a fantastic a supporting lead role from Kevin James, who took a turn as a bad guy in this movie. And it isn't just a soft bad guy. He is a really, really bad guy. He is a neo-Nazi that escapes from jail, him and his, neo-Nazi buddies. And they're on a quest to find something that they think is in this home that is now occupied by, I think her name is Lulu Wilson, the actress, and her dad is, I think it was just them. I think it was just those three. And Kevin James and his cronies descend upon this house looking for a particular item in said house. And there are some brutal kills, guys. I mean, they go for it on the gore. That's another thing that I love about that movie, is that a lot of times movies, you get real excited for a really cool premise and you think, okay, this is going to be R-rated, it's cool, but they just don't take it as far as a gore hound would, like myself, would like. But Becky does. The kills are amazing. They're really like crazy gory kill sequences, and it even makes it all the more better, being that in the first one it's a little girl doing this, which is just so much fun. Now she's a little older, she's a little wiser, and I haven't even watched a trailer for the sequel of Becky, so I don't know a whole lot about like what to expect from it. So I don't know what's gonna put little Becky in peril again. I think Kevin James is back. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out when we see the movie, but I am really excited about this. This golden hour lighting that we're having is pretty cool too. So it is now 7:03. The movie starts at 7:25. We're hitting a little bit of traffic here, and again, it's kind of like a Jack Bauer 24 thing as we attempt to beat the clock to go see this movie. Okay, just a little update, because I know you guys are just absolutely on the edge of your seat, as this is the most exciting vlog that's ever been filmed about somebody driving in a car to go see a B-rate movie on a Saturday night by himself as a grown-ass man. Anyway, it's now 7:14, and we were approaching the theater. I went about 80 miles an hour through a work zone to get there, but we were very close. I can see the theater right now. Like I said, this is the theater that I used to go to with my family. Like, we would just pack up the car, and we would go see Jurassic Park, or The Mask, or whatever big movies. This was our theater. It's really nostalgic. At the time this theater was built, it was the most top of the line theater you could ever go to. It had this they kind of designed it in a it was like Odyssey, Barry Woods 24, and it was designed in the theme of like a spaceship. So there's certain areas where you walk around and they got little microphones that pick up the sound around you and make it echo. And it was just, I don't know, it was just a really cool theater. And at the time, it was crazy top of the line, like premium theater. So it's pretty cool. And actually, I think I'm going to skip McDonald's and we're going to do Chick-fil-A. That sounds good. I don't ever go to Chick-fil-A. Ooh, there's a Hooters next door too. Should I go there? I'm going to get my Chick-fil-A and stick it in my satchel. It's not a purse. It's a satchel. Like I said, Indiana Jones wore one. So I'm going to pick up my food and try to squeeze it in my bag. And I'll show you a little bit of this theater. Is it just me, or should you never trust a Rick and Morty fan? I don't think I would ever trust a human being to like watch my child or babysit my dog if they had a Rick and Morty sticker. Am I alone? Am I being... I don't trust Rick and Morty fans. The bag is secured. We've secured the Chick-fil-A. It is now 7:18. 7 minutes until showtime. And I couldn't take a left out of where I was at, so now I had to go down the street, and I have to take a U-turn and then go back. So, oh guys, the suspense is killing me. This action is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. It's bonkers, crazy. This truly is like a Michael Bay Transformers movie. The level of action and suspense that I'm gifting you guys. Okay, now we're gonna pull this illegal U-turn, which is kind of interesting to see. You can't really see it right there, but that's an On the Border. It's a Mexican restaurant. I don't know if those are a national chain, but we'd pack up the family in the car. We'd go to On the Border. We'd get a delicious Mexican meal, a succulent meal, and then we'd head to AMC Barry Woods 24. Now, this entire lot on a Saturday night, all the way to the back, this would be packed. As you can see now, it's kind of just scattered. A few cars. There's still a decent amount of people, but this entire lot used to be full. And there used to be retail and Old Navy and all that stuff. It's just interesting to see, I don't know, the times change as we get older and trends change. But anyway, we're pulling up. This is absolutely insane. There is nobody at the box office like there used to be. Absolutely crazy. This thing would be packed and loud and lively, packed with moviegoers, and now it's an empty box office in an echoey, vacuous room. Sad. How the fuck do I get in here?
Feeling we get, and we go somewhere. Dazzling images, sound that I can feel.
Woo! That was a good time. That was how you do a sequel. Holy shit. Okay, guys, Wrath of Becky. That was a ride. That was fun. So many unexpected things. I didn't watch a trailer before seeing this movie. There was a couple surprises that I was not aware of. Sean William Scott was in this movie. I had no idea he was in it. I knew Courtney Gaines was in this movie. It was awesome to see him in a theatrical release. Okay, let's break this down. So first of all, this is just, it's a perfect way to do a sequel. You have Becky. It picks up a little bit after the events of the first movie. They do a really cool job. There's this animated animated opening sequence where it kind of fills in the blanks of what she's been doing in the past few years since the events of the original movie. She was like 12 or 13 or something like that in the original movie. Now she's, I think, 16 or 17, and she's all alone. Seamlessly flows from the first movie to the second movie and continues her character in the best way. She's lost it all. The first movie, she loses everything. She loses her family and she's completely on her own. Now it picks up a few years later. She's now 16 years old. She's staying with a foster family, acting all prim and proper. She's got pigtails and acting like a churchgoer to put on a front for her foster family. But really, she is still the badass Becky that we know. And without getting into any spoilers, it's set up in a really great way. We don't have Kevin James in this movie. It's a different set of characters, but I feel like it was a really smooth transition into keeping everything that Becky needs to do as far as her being like this badass revenge super killer, and it gives her another group of people to just annihilate and assassin. The kills are phenomenal. This movie feels very theatrical, although this is a full-on exploitation movie as far as the violence. Maybe not as much with the violence as maybe that first one was, but it's every bit as fun as she hunts down all of these shitty scumbags. She works as a waitress in this small town, and she encounters a group of people, kind of like this movie's version of like the Oath Keepers or like the Proud Boys or something like that. So it's still kind of keeping in that similar realm of the first one. So they make these characters really nasty and really easy to hate, and you just can't wait. You can't wait for them to die. It's so much fun. This movie's production value is really high. So like I said, it does have like the bones of a good classic exploitation movie, but it's so well shot. All the performances are great. Seeing Sean William Scott as a bad guy, I think he's played one or two bad guys in his day throughout movies, but I can't remember offhand now, but he is good as the leader of this little kind of like Proud Boys organization that's part of something bigger, that's kind of a side plot, that's kind of pushing forward everything. But Becky is even more badass, more prepared, more trained. She just has this rage, and when it explodes, it's so much fun. There's such a simple setup, but once the rocket takes off and we just get into the actual like meat and bones of the movie, it takes off like a rocket ship and it doesn't stop. I would love to see this movie continue. I took a couple notes during the movie, and I was like, it would be amazing if they were able to continue this story and just maybe kind of get out of the trap of these like personal slights against her where she has to just take revenge. And maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to take her under her wing. They recognize how badass she is, and I don't know, maybe there could be like some sort of a John Wick situation, because this movie does kind of feel like that. And I will say, I don't want to spoil anything at all, but this movie does set things up for this story to continue in a new and unique way. I don't know if everybody's going to like the direction that it takes at the end. I personally did. I would love to see this movie continue. I could see this movie being like the next one being the rise of Becky, Becky's revenge. Like, if people continue to watch and support these movies, this is a franchise I could honestly see going on and on and on, something like a John Wick. If we were able to see the character of Becky go from like a 12-year-old girl, kind of like what they did with like the Professional style, all the way till, who knows, 10 years from now, when she is just this hardened assassin. I would just love to see that. So this is a high recommendation. Go out and see this movie. I would love to see a bunch more in the Becky universe, because it's a lot. It's so much fun. There was a couple slower moments in the movie, but because the runtime is so short, I didn't ever feel like I said, like the movie overstayed its welcome or it was slow or anything. It's just great. This movie really has a heart to it, and this series so far has a heart to it. Becky, Lulu Wilson, is She is phenomenal. I hope nothing but the best for her in her career. She's fucking amazing in this movie. So, guys, that is it, man. Go see Becky, or what is it called? The Wrath of Becky. Although there was only a couple people in the theater with me, people were cheering at the spots that you wanted to cheer for, laughing when it was supposed to be funny. This movie has a lot of humor to it. Support it in the theaters. Throw a few bucks towards it, and let's get some more Becky movies, because Becky is an amazing, amazing follow-up. Or The Wrath of Becky is an amazing follow-up to Becky. So that's it. I hope you like these. If you like these little vlog-style reviews, let me know. Maybe I'll do more of them. This is a lot of fun. I feel like a little weird just sitting in the parking lot talking to my phone, but it's 2023, and that's what people do. So that's it, guys. I think we're done here. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.